This low-budget action film by young musician-turned-writer-director Troy Duffy saw only a very limited release in January of 1999, but has since gained a cult following, grossing $50 million on home video. Nearly indistinguishable both in appearance, character traits, and story arcs, Sean Patrick Flannery and Norman Reedus star as the title characters, two Irish brothers from Boston who take it upon themselves to begin dishing out vigilante justice, executing numerous members of the local mafia. This extremely R-rated crime thriller drops almost as many victims as it does F-bombs. It is a violent, bloody, yet strangely cathartic experience. Opening with heaps of unnecessary on-screen text exposition, we hear a priest set the scene when he warns his parish, evil which we must fear most is the indifference of good men. Not much of the cast is particularly impressive. They're Irish blokes playing, well, Irish blokes. The standout performer, though, is clearly the film's biggest name, Willem Dafoe, as an eccentric, homosexual, troubled, and humorously condescending FBI special agent, tasked with investigating the half-dozen crime scenes the Saints leave in their wake.
You guys ready for this? This was no gangland assassination, though creative. It was way too sloppy. Something went wrong here. This has personal written all over it.
Agent Smack. Yeah, this is all illegal loft housing. There's no manager in the premises. Well, they found a lady on the 4th floor, said she had water dripping down her whole place. Started just this morning.
4th floor, huh? Then we're heading to the 5th.
Feeling like a bad mixture of The Godfather, an episode of Law & Order, and a below-average Quentin Tarantino flick, this 108-minute drama is certainly enthusiastic, but it ultimately pretends to be far cleverer than it actually is. Watching charismatic actors dish out unrelenting violence to evil mob bosses is supremely entertaining, especially with its sharp and memorable dialogue. But when the film simply repeats the same basic sequence 5 more times, it definitely results in a hollow experience. When the film finally does turn a corner, the climax is a bit of a disappointment, with everything slowing down for a moral discussion and too many religious overtones. Often executed in stylized, slow-motion flashbacks, the gun battles and fight scenes are decently choreographed, if entirely unrealistic. Weird cutaways like Dafoe in bed with another man, or a scene where a cat is accidentally blasted all over a wall, do nothing to advance the plot and feel completely out of step with the film's more serious tone. The editing and visuals are fast and slick, however, and one scene where Dafoe is recounting a crime scene theory that has him physically occupying the space he's describing is very cool to watch unfold. On a visceral level, this picture does a great job of connecting with the audience emotionally. You want to see the good guys kill the bad guys. But on an actual filmmaking level, it's detrimentally ambitious, heavy-handed, and not always thrilling. The Boondock Saints. Fun, blunt enjoyment, but repetitive. Now let's see what you wrote about this film in the YouTube comments. And now our scores for the Boondock Saints, a 9 and a 6. Many cite this as a personal favorite, a de facto cult classic. It's no surprise the younger, male-oriented movie night audience scored this an awesome. With underdeveloped leads, a tiresome story, and religious judgment used as a plot device, I definitely feel like this picture is overrated. Fun dialogue, cool bloodbaths, and a brilliant performance from Dafoe, this is merely a poor man's action thriller masquerading as art. I thought it was good though.